What's up? What's happening? What's popping? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another great episode of Simone with the Sports. I'm Simone, bringing you guys daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here, and you haven't already subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you stop what you're doing, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Also, make sure you check out my links down below. The first link is to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel. The second link is to shop the official Simone with the Sports, a merch collection, get you the classic tee or the wavy tee. And lastly, guys, make sure you turn on your notification bells because the videos are coming like boom, 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 boom. And you don't want to miss a single video or a single live stream. So make sure you have your notification bells on. Guys, today, let's get into some 76ers news. So our topics today are Ben Simmons, of course, isn't he always a topic of discussion, and head coach Doc Rivers. So it was reported today by Woj and several other league sources that head coach Doc Rivers was placed into the COVID-19 safety protocols. So for the safety protocols, Doc can be out at least 5 days. 5 days is the minimum, but the maximum is who knows. It just depends on how quickly his body can fight the virus, and hopefully, Lord willing, Doc Rivers has a speedy recovery if he does have the virus. Because I think right now, if you're in COVID-19 protocols, it's not 1,000% sure that you tested positive. I think it's still if you were exposed. So it might be a chance that he's not positive. Maybe he was just closely around someone who was exposed. But the way the wording was, I believe that he did test positive. So the minimum days that he has to be out at least 5 days, but the maximum is who knows. Just depends on his health and recovery. So we're going to be keeping our prayers up, whatever spirituality you guys follow. We're just going to be sending good luck to Doc Rivers, hoping he can have a speedy recovery. So with Doc Rivers out, we do play the Nets tonight. Dan Burke will be serving as the head coach while Doc Rivers is out, at least tonight. I saw a lot of people asking, why isn't Sam Cassell going to be elevated and serving as the head coach tonight versus the Nets? And it's probably because Doc Rivers, we know, spends so much time with Sam. They might be trying to make sure Sam doesn't have COVID, because this new variant that's spreading, they're saying it spreads 7 times faster than the original COVID-19 and the Delta variant. So being that Doc spends so much time with Sam and a lot of one-on-one time with Sam, they probably want to make sure Sam doesn't have it as well before they elevate him to head coach. So Dan is going to be serving as our head coach tonight, at least versus the Nets. Things could change throughout Doc Rivers' times in COVID, but we're playing the Nets tonight. Right now, the Sixers are 18-16. We have gutted out some good wins. It's been a very tough road, obviously, because so many players are battling with COVID-19, and a lot of these teams are COVID-ridden, so it's so hard to judge what's a good win, what's a good loss. Right now, a win is a win. I know we just beat a depleted Raptors team, and some of the reporters and some people were saying like, oh, Doc, are you disappointed that it took so much for the Sixers to beat such a beat-down Raptors team? And Doc is basically like, a win is a win is a win in my book, which is true, because when the Sixers were depleted, we put up a good fight against other teams, as good teams as well. So it's hard to judge right now because of COVID, and no really team is 100% right now. But we are 6th right now in the East, sitting at 18-16. We just need to scrape away as many more wins as we can right now during this period, and hopefully get some wins with Doc Rivers out. But guys, we do have an easier schedule now coming up. After the Nets, we have the Rockets and we have the Magic. So the Rockets and Magic we have on January 3rd and January 5th after we play the Nets. So we do have an easier schedule with Doc Rivers probably going to be out for those games. So it is good tonight against the Nets. Of course, we're going to be the underdogs, but hey, the underdogs can win sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So moving on to part 2 of the news. So it was reported last week, Woj was on, it was either NBA Today or NBA Countdown, and he was saying that the Cavaliers are a team to watch in a Ben Simmons trade. So let's just talk about that a little bit, because the only way I see a Cavaliers a Cavaliers Ben Simmons trade happening is if there's a third team involved. I don't see a straight up Cavaliers 76ers trade. A third team has to be involved because right now there's nobody I can see the Cavaliers just straight up giving us for Ben Simmons, because Colin Sexton is hurt, and Colin Sexton being hurt can't be traded. He's out for the season, and I don't think they would even trade Colin Sexton because he's been doing well for the Cavaliers. Ricky Rubio just got hurt for the rest of the season, their point guard. Darius Garland has been playing very well for them. Evan Mobley has been playing very well for them. Don't see them trading any of those guys. And those are the guys that we would be interested in. And the Cavs are not trading any of those guys. So I don't see Ben Simmons straight up trade to the Cavs happening because they're not giving us any guys that we would want. So I think a third team probably has to get involved if there is going to be a Ben Simmons going to the Cavaliers situation happening, or even if the Cavaliers are involved. Even if Ben doesn't get sent to the Cavs, he might get sent to another team. But someone else made a good point. The Cavs right now with Jared Allen and Ben Simmons wouldn't be a good mesh anyway. So the Cavs, if the Cavs do want Ben Simmons, they might consider trading Jared Allen. And of course, the Sixers aren't in need of a Jared Allen. So I just don't see a match with the talent that we need and the talent the Cavs will be willing to give. So if a Cavs trade does happen, a third team, in my opinion, has to definitely be involved. But as for right now, Ben Simmons is still on the roster. And let me know what you guys think about a Ben Simmons Cavs trade. Could you see it happening? If a third team has to get involved, what third team? And then also, too, do you guys see another team that Ben Simmons could go to? But guys, just seeing the way the team and Joel Embiid has been fighting through this COVID, just fighting for wins, we need to get somebody else in, because I've said this 1,000 billion times. Joel Embiid deserves more. Joel Embiid deserves a Ben Simmons trade, because not necessarily because Ben Simmons or Joel might not like Ben Simmons, none of that, but Joel just deserves talent around him. And right now, us holding on to Ben Simmons is not helping out Joel Embiid. It's not helping out the team. We need to get some talent immediately around Joel. He is putting his all in. We just need to get some talent, because like I said, Joel Embiid is at his peak right now, and we don't want to ruin and waste his prime trying to hold on to Ben Simmons, hoping we can get a top 15 player when the team's already said they ain't giving up that G for him. You know what I'm saying? But guys, let me know what you think. Make sure you guys are definitely staying safe out in these streets. We about to head into 2022 with a great mindset and positivity. So make sure you guys like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me, turn your notification bells on, and until I talk to you guys next time. Bye!